Grace. Today it's Wednesday, January 13th, 2021. The weather today will be sunny and cold.
Today's lunch choice is hot dog. Now 2 doctors shared through the morning meeting.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Today, we're going to talk about another career, and this time we're going to talk about being a video game designer. Last week, we talked about being a firefighter, and I shared a picture of my son, Samuel, who's a firefighter. This week, I want to share a picture of my son, Caleb. Look at that big kid. Can you believe he's my son? Yep. This is my son, Caleb, and my son, Caleb, is actually the creative designer of a YouTube channel. And what he does is he does anime, he does video games, he does video designs. And so a lot of what you're going to see is what my other son, Caleb, does. So he spends a lot of time on the computer, a lot of time creating video game voices. He actually does about 50 different voices, so he can change his voice to sound like a lot of different characters on a lot of different games that they do. So that's his career. Now, did he go to college? Yes, he did go to college because number one, he's my son, and yeah, he did go to college. But he went to college with a degree in music, but the recording and producing side of music. So he went to school to learn how to produce music and to produce audio. And so he knows a lot about how to audio engineer things. But then a lot of what he learned, he just had to learn on his own through life experience. So you're going to watch a video about being a video game designer, but I just wanted to show you another example of someone else that you work really, really hard, you can do a job that you really like. Oh, before we do that, we also need to look at what year we're going to go to college. So let's start with kindergarten. Kindergarten. What year will you start college or your career? 2033. First grade, what year will you go to college or start your career? 2032. And second grade, what year will you start college or your career? 2031. Okay, let's watch this video about being a video game designer.
I have a book at my house that I wrote when I was a kid, and it says, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I said, "I want to be an artist that paints pictures." I'm Mark Barrett. I'm an artist at PopCap, and every day I draw characters, animate them, and put them into the game Plants vs. Zombies 2. PopCap is a leader in the casual games market. We make games for anything that has a screen, basically. We have had millions of people download, play, and love our games.
I am Colleen Crisco, and I'm a game analyst here at PopCap Games. Here at PopCap, we collect a lot of information about what people love about games, how long they play for, what keeps them going. I do math and statistics on all of that information, and we use that information to make the game even better. A lot of days, what I do here is very challenging. One of the most important things about being successful in my job is you never answer with, "I can't do it." It's always, "I haven't figured it out yet. I'm still working on it. I just don't know yet, but I'm gonna figure it out." When I was 7 or 8 years old, I learned a lot about the pursuit of excellence. I didn't have a lot of patience to learn my multiplication tables and that kind of thing. So my parents enrolled me in this math tutoring program where you practice math problems over and over again for 45 minutes a day. It at times was very challenging because I just wanted to play or do something else, but I stuck with it, and for 2 years I did those extra math problems every single day. And it really paid off for me because I was so rock solid with my very basic math skills. I really, a lot of the time, didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. I was one of those kids who changed from day to day, but a lot of the time I knew I wanted to do something that would be very kind of intellectually curious. I always loved figuring things out.
In elementary school, I, of course, took all the art classes because they were required, but I loved them. They were my favorite time of day. You could leave me there for hours. and I would draw you every dinosaur that I knew the name of. I would draw you Batman 600 times. I carried a notebook around with me, and any time where I didn't have to do something else, I was in that notebook just sketching. I would see an example of something that I thought personally was excellent, and basically I would just imitate it. I do think that there is some wisdom in just pretending that you have the job that you want. And so I would just pretend that I worked for that company or on that project, and I would do my best, which was not very good at the time, and pretend that I was an artist until one day that actually happened. To me, excellence is never giving up on what your vision is. So in my job, I try to make the funnest, coolest characters that people around the world would want to play. And if I design something that I don't think meets that standard, I throw it away and I try again. And if that doesn't work, then I try again. And for me, it really is just never settling for second best or settling for just good enough, really pushing it.
It's not very satisfying if it's easy and obvious. So that sense of satisfaction and accomplishment really comes from working hard to solve big problems.
The reward that I feel when I put my best effort into something and I accomplish my goal is indescribable, actually. It is a real calm, happy feeling where I am for a moment just proud of myself. I stop thinking about other things in the world, and for a moment I'm just like, you did it. And then right after that happens, a new challenge.
And now for our mission statement. JPS Kids Soar Higher. Super problem solvers, outstanding writers, accomplished readers, ready for success. And now for a success equation. Hard work plus resiliency plus teamwork equals success.
Have a great day.